We were about 10 minutes into a 57-minute clip that I wasn't going to watch the whole thing, but people wanted to talk about this. They see you and JF going at it on Twitter. I think he might have said a couple things in his live stream earlier. I saw about 20 or 30 minutes of it. I didn't see him, mention you earlier, but he definitely mentioned you on Twitter. Is there a grand Kumite conspiracy to replace JF with failure? Or I've heard my name mentioned, which is ridiculous. I guess just
I wasn't included on it. Somebody told me that apparently I want the Warski Live co-host spot.
Yeah, I heard that one too. Yeah, I heard that one too. Yeah, that you want it, which makes even less sense.
High. Yeah, they're fucking high.
Yeah,
I'm usually asleep. Then, like, I woke up when you saw me go on Twitter. I had woke up about 20 minutes before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew that. You're sleeping, Tom. Yes.
I think it's all gaslighting. I really do. Every single time anybody comes without any kind of criticism, all of a sudden they have all these theories about why the criticism is, other than that it could actually be genuine.
Well, no, here's why I enjoy looking at things on Twitter. Thomas, interesting comment, awful comment. Everybody's putting forth reasonable things, and then you will have in the world trying to explain how I am saying things that no one said. Take somebody's fucking show. I don't want that show. I want some success for Andy. I don't hate JF. I've had some fucking success, but he's got to pull his head out of his fucking ass to do it.
I think in the end, you actually strengthen in Andy's mind the importance and the value that his and JF's relationship has with that. That's what I think ultimately ended up happening.
Hold on. I had played a bit of the stream so I could tell where you guys were at. You're at a part where I tried to explain a point that I think that everyone is having trouble getting. The Kumite, since we started, we have been on a direct uptick.
Mm-hmm.
Move fucking channels. We've been struck and moved to a different channel, and we're still nothing but uptick. Andy fluctuates regularly, and JF can point back to that Richard Spencer number all he fucking wants. All that does is tell me that things have been on a downtick since then.
The thing is, you can't make that magic from the Richard Spencer Sargon debate happen every day. It's like that's like, Hulk Hogan versus The Rock or whatever. Like, you can't do that every day. It loses magic, and you can't make things unorganically
but
happen.
I want to say this: the thing about the Kumite is there doesn't really have to be anything going on, besides
Kumite is just a morning show.
Yeah, exactly. But people just want to listen. There doesn't have to be a marquee matchup. There doesn't have to be some great drama going on. People just want to hear you. They want to hear failure. They just tune in. Like they're there regardless. There could be a great bout. Yeah.
It's just a group of buds. They get together and they fucking talk in the morning.
And people identify with that because they're like, oh, these.
Yeah.
It's like they're part of the the friendly crowd. They're like, oh, these are my friends. They're on air talking shit. Yeah.
What would the group be, Ralph, if I decided one topic is off limits?
Well, it would be. About it. Well, yeah, and that's what I mentioned earlier. They're like, oh, Tonka's trying to start shit and this and that. It's like, not really. I mean, just talking about what everybody else is talking about. Yeah. Like, me personally, I went on. I've tried to be, because I felt bad. I don't know JF. Like, I know you said on Twitter, we don't really know each other that well either, me and you. Like, we talked a few times, but nothing like, of course, there really are no friends, like, as we discussed.
Exactly.
But even as far as you would consider an internet friend, we're not really there. We've talked a few times. I've been like Kumite, but there's no, like, deep bond or anything. But I will say this. So, Andy is just a really good dude. Like, I know before I actually talked to him, before he came on these shows, like, I didn't really, I didn't hate him or anything. It was like, oh, Warski, whatever. But like, he's genuinely a good dude. So when I kind of caused this strife just like by accident, just by me, like an offhand line or two on his stream kind of caused all this. So like, I actually feel bad. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, fuck. Like, I didn't even mean to do this. And now everybody's talking about this shit. I didn't want to talk about it tonight even. But everybody's talking about it. So you pretty much have to address it.
Or becoming the subject.
Yeah.
People people have said that I don't want to talk to JF. I've talked to JF plenty.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Here's an interesting thing. As many times as I've spoke up for JF, nobody says shit.
well, even on your show today,
Nothing wrong with it. People
you
lose
didn't
it. Well,
say
even
get
today.
rid of JF or anything like that. Matter of fact, you like the dynamic. I like the dynamic too because I can see that it's good. You know what I mean? Like the yin and the yang. I talked about this. I think you might have been on that stream the other day with Andy and me and Thomas. Like the yin and the yang, the differing. You don't want two co-hosts are the same. I mean, there's no point in that. You want somebody to add some different vibes, some different takes. But and if I had my way, we really wouldn't be talking about this. But it's the subject, so I'm not gonna not talk about it just because.
Yeah, I don't like the dynamic personally.
Yeah, and I've heard people like that too. I mean, but
People who don't like the dynamic. There's plenty who don't like JF, and then there's some who don't like Andy.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody has
JF is
opinions.
fine. I mean, I don't hate JF or anything. I just think that Andy has the ability to create a dynamic with almost anybody. I think that he could create something really great if he just cast his net around. Just tried a few different things, but as far as JF goes, I'm fine with JF. He blocked me on Twitter. Okay, I mean, but JF himself, I don't have a problem with. I just don't think the show is as good as it could be. That's my personal opinion. And I've been getting a lot of the same things that you got, Tonka, because he clipped part of our part of the stream that we did the other night. A lot of people are watching it in the comments. A lot of people, Thomas is a snake. Andy's friends are snakes, and I mean, I'm just trying to say my opinion. I'm not trying to.
JF lives in a hug box, and it's time to get the fuck out of it. How about that?
Exactly.
If you can't handle being anywhere but a hug box, then blood sports may not be for you.
But
I think more of him than that. I really do, and I think that he can definitely handle it.
I think he has a group of people, a group of fans who are highly sensitive to any sort of anything coming against JF, basically, and they are ready to jump in there.
Be honest, he has some low IQ goofs who follow him around.
Yeah, they're very
fucking
vocal.
idiots.
They're very vocal.
Extremely vocal. You would swear they had blue hair.
They're the right wing version. They've got bright red hair, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there are some sensitive Sallies around.
Cringy fucking fans. Everybody's got some cringy fans.
That's true.
JF has a very large percentage of his fans who are just fucking goofy about this shit.
Well, I had people coming at me because afterwards, after we had our little spat or whatever, I was basically just trying to make peace, trying to get past it, and I still am. Like, I have nothing against JF. His stream earlier tonight about Karen, like he played part of the stream that I was on with Karen Strong. I was defending the guy. Like, I mean, I don't have anything against him personally. But
That's the whole Karen thing.
Yeah,
I think he is absolutely right about Karen, because Karen will throw any man under the bus who doesn't happen to say what she wants them to say.
Yeah, I specifically, and I'm on that stream, and I'm like, wait, hold up, you're quoting this stuff like it's gospel, and that kind of goes against everything you've ever stood for. Maybe you should, like, I don't know, maybe you're off base here.
Well, no, JF is right about a lot of shit. It's fucking annoying. Because you have the same conversations over and over whenever talking about JF. The only issue that I have with JF is that he's gonna fuck himself out of a good fucking show. Then I hate to break it to you, but nobody around seems to be as high IQ as they seem to want to think they are.
Well, the whole high IQ thing, I mean, that shit's cringe. I mean,
I think Ralph nailed it when he said, if you're that smart, then you don't have to keep telling people that you're that smart.
Yeah, and I don't want to quote that because I was saying that before we buried the hatchet. I mean,
fuck it, I'll quote it. If you are that smart, if you are that fucking smart, fucking up your show.
Ralph, you're an internet blood sports. It's your job to address these things.
know. I'm trying to. Look, yes,
Don't put that on the Ralph.
I mean, I stand by what I said. Like, if you're a genius, if you're that smart, you don't really. And by the way, I think JF is highly intelligent. I'm not
dumb. I think he's overly sensitive.
Yeah. I'm not.
I think
knocking
for
his
every IQ
intelligence,
point,
but-
he's just as emotional.
This entire thing just boils down to you just want him to chill out a little bit on the streams and have some fun. That's literally it.
Exactly. Calm the fuck down.
That's it. And he's taking it as an attack. But when it's actually good criticism, like when he has, okay, I don't watch the show all the time, but when he's actually like rolling, as you said, and he's having a good time, him and Andy just banter, and it's fucking hilarious. And the way they work together is great. But when he's like, rigid, it doesn't work as well because Andy can't bounce his personality off of him. And he's that up and jumpy guy, and he likes to have fun, but that doesn't work when the other guy's not going for it,
I think JF's sensitivity is proof that they're putting chemicals in the water that are messing with the frogs.
By the way, I see JF is signed on Discord, so if he wants to come on, that would be fun. But we have a clip here, and I don't think I saw this part of the stream earlier, but apparently he addresses you, Tonka. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I'm gonna post it.
I didn't watch much of anything.
I'm gonna post it. Actually, I'll send it to you personally because the Discord chat's moving so fast right now.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you personally on Discord. There's the link. I'll also post it in the main channel because we don't have my circle working as well here. For some reason, my circle doesn't want to work on Chrome for me. I don't understand why, but
He's shitty sometimes.
yeah, it just doesn't work on Chrome for me. But I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. It's only a minute. Did you see the link that I sent you?
No.
All right, we'll wait.
Oh, is there like a timestamp? Should I just fucking go
It's
through
just a minute, so yeah, it's just the video. I was just going to play it's only 1 minute long, so.
Go for it.
All right, let me go ahead and pull it back up. And again, I didn't see this. I did see a good 20-30 minutes of his stream, and I agreed with, most everything he was saying. About Karen, and he actually, like I said, played the stream where I disagreed with her too. So, all right, let's go ahead and play it. 1 minute and 4 seconds. JF addresses the Tonka controversy.
Hey JF, any further comment on Tonka controversy? Well, what do you mean Tonka controversy? Do you mean that he's been acting like a female for the last 24 hours? Going close to Andy and saying, Master Andy, I will suck your dick if you fire JF.
Whoa.
Okay,
I would like us two to be together, Andy. JF is not a good influence for you. Please do something about it. Let me not incite you to fire him directly, but let me insinuate that maybe your relationship is not based around the right stuff. Maybe JF is too emotional. If that's the Tonka controversy, that's not what I call a controversy. That's what I call a feminized man confronting a Chad and not knowing what to do.
That entire thing I said was that he's emotional.
Yeah, I mean that does seem like I'm trying.
Yeah. Is having a hard time watching anything or hearing anything anyone says. I didn't say any of that shit. That's dumb.
I mean, you literally defended him on multiple occasions, but yeah, you said you were
What a stupid thing to say. What a completely direct opposite thing of what actually happened.
I don't think he actually listened to what you said.
Sensitivity. Well, no, the oversensitivity takes hold.
It's like I said, I think you actually strengthened their relationship, Andy and JS relationships, with your remarks on their dynamic. I honestly
to say.
Yeah, I mean that's literally the opposite of what you said. But I mean, you gave him some criticism, but you didn't say, "Oh, you need to get rid of him."
What criticism did I give him that had anything to do with that? I said he was emotional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look, here's the whole thing. The things that I said about JF, they were facts. There's no argument. But I said I am correct, JF. JF, he can bunch of shit that nobody said if he likes, and he can try to go against that. But he knows that what I said, simple. I'm sorry if that bothers him.
Had you heard that clip before now, or?
We better go. Well, it doesn't matter. He can say stuff like, "I don't care." Don't mind. He can. That's the thing. But he has no fucking clue what I said.
I mean, do you think it's just people secondhand sending him stuff, and it's like, oh, I need to respond to this in a forceful way, or? do you think he actually heard everything? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I think it's him knowing that I'm right. There's no defense to me being right, as was demonstrated on Twitter. Pretend that I said a bunch of shit that nobody said. Has to go against that.
I think the best thing
He has-
anybody can do for JF right now is to criticize him, because you can tell some of this stuff gets to Andy, and if JF keeps going like he is, then that relationship is at a significant risk of falling apart. It's the best thing for him right now.
Well, look,
I don't think they're gonna fall apart.
I don't
That's
really
going
either.
too far.
I
I
really
don't think
don't
they're
either.
gonna fall apart.
Well, I mean, it's a symbiotic relationship. I mean, they both bring things to the table. They help each other. So, I mean, I don't know. It could, but I don't really see it. And that's not what I'm.
The
angry
only-
at. I mean, I know
I mean, the
people.
only
People
person
will hear
that could
this.
ruin
People will
their
hear
day.
this. Gator, Tonka, everybody here. People will hear this and they're like, "Whoa, Ralph's drumming this up." Literally, I'm just talking about it because everybody else is talking
You're
about it.
talking about it. No, I don't
Yeah.
mind talking about it. That's the very big problem with a lot of people. They're horrified to talk about things. I will say this. Was talking about a bunch of shit that nobody said.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that from what you said. Now I now listened to a good, probably about 80%. When you guys started reading super chats, about halfway through, I turned it off. But I heard almost all the Kumite today, so I didn't get that. I mean, you were definitely leveling some criticisms towards him, but it wasn't. I mean, I didn't take it in a way to, oh, you're trying to get rid of JF. But there's this massive conspiracy theory that.
If you say anything about somebody, then
Yeah.
they are oversensitive. Their fans are oversensitive.
Yeah.
It's really cringy.
Or it's
Stop
like
being cringy.
The Kumite people are trying to move him out, and Ralph's been on
That's
the
such a
Kumite.
conspiracy, though. That's so
Ralph's
dumb.
been on the Kumite, 3 or 4 times, and obviously he's in on it, and he's playing into the. I mean, it couldn't be further from the truth.
The Kumite is just not JF's cup of tea. Like, he's not going to show up on the Kumite.
He's
because
asleep,
He
too.
knows.
Yeah, that's
He's
what I was
asleep
saying.
during that time, and he works during that time. Same thing
Yeah.
that happens to me with Warski Live. The whole thing is, when you fancy yourself really fucking intelligent, and just drum up a conspiracy because you just can't take the fact that someone who you like is wrong.
I mean, I don't know. You don't even have to admit necessarily that you're wrong. Just take the criticism in. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna read these super chats because they pay me money. Agoose said, "Play mundane faggot crying, then then baked praying." Politically incorrect said, "Why did you let JF and Fuentes cuck you?" That's another thing that I've gotten. It's just like, "Oh, Ralph, you're cucking for these people, and why didn't you bust JF's chops and you let him off the hook?" No, I was literally just trying to, put this stuff to bed because it's. I mean, the whole thing was dumb in the first place. I guess just him kicking me was kind of a thing that pointed to some, I don't know, to some other issues. But it on my part, it was just like whatever. I mean, I got kicked. The next day we settled it. Like it wasn't anything huge. You know what I mean? So
No big deal.
yeah, it's no big deal. It's like whatever. I love Andy. He's been really nice to me. I'm not trying to drive a wedge or anything like that. So that's what I was just like. Let's.
A lot of people are trying to say that the kick is the it's not the kick. That I need to kick. No. Fill yourself in.
Literally, all Ralph said was, "This is not your show," which is
Well,
100%
I mean,
fact.
It's more.
It's a statement of fact.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
was
statement
more
of
than-
fact.
fact.
I mean, but sometimes I have a way of really.
I think
Times
The
you have a
prob-
way. You said this is not your show. You know this isn't your show, right? Is that true or false, Ralph?
It's 100% true, but it just kind of hit right, like, it just like cut right in on him, and I think that that made him
I think the
angry.
problem most people have it with that is because Andy wasn't even in the room when it happened.
Yeah, and he had stepped
he
away.
didn't.
Yeah,
That's the thing. So that's the point of that. And some people in chat are going with the failure kicking him. I'm pretty sure that was a joke.
that was
though.
hilarious. Yeah, and it was.
That was a joke for the whole purpose of doing
Yeah.
that.
Failure kicked
Failure had
Sargon
a
out
thing.
because it was funny. Like, come on. Like, that's not a.
Yeah.
That was another
It's
thing.
different.
Somebody said that I kicked Sargon out when we had our conversation. We were done talking, and then I brought Failure in so he could fucking kick Sargon. Failure has a list where he likes to keep a list of the people who he's kicked, and he's got some interesting names on there.
Add a notch to the belt.
So I got it.
All right, let's continue really quick before we get back. Weirdrick Nod said, on top of this, JF recently did a baked like purge on his Discord. All of his loyal fans, and left only people who never hurt his mods' feelings. Honestly, I have a Discord, and for some reason now it has like 900 people in it, and I couldn't tell you who all the fuck.
I know
the Zoom
it has-
stream.
Yeah, it is.
I know it has 900 people in it.
Yeah,
I'm always in here.
Yeah, it's because of the Zoom stream. There's so many people in there. I have no idea who the fuck they are. So, I don't know. I can't really comment on Discord.
A lot of them are actually pretty good people.
Yeah, they are, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know these people. Weirdrick Nod also said Jim could make a video on JF's court documents, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want people to think I'm drumming that up. Edmund Ploppy said 70% of Andy's content equals him talking about his show. Something Stupid said JF got beat down in his own home by the geriatric father of a potato he diddled. The only way to be more French is to flee into Canada. Oh yeah. All right, I probably shouldn't have read all that one, but Savage Biscuit said Tonka take JF to the Kumite. This is we'll stop there for a second. That is a common refrain that I've heard today. That maybe you guys should settle it on the Kumite.
If he wakes up, JF's everybody. He can come in whenever. I have no problem. With
He's been on there several times before, right? Like,
well, not several. He's been on there, I think, 2 or 3 times. But the thing is he's not awake.